Hello there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories for you. First one is from Ethiopia. Ethiopian Field Marshal, Army Chief, has held a meeting. Should he hold such meetings? What was the agenda of this meeting? Is he a general or a politician? What does US want from Field Marshal Berhanu Jula? Secondly, Orthodox Church of Ethiopia has issued a statement today, joint statement after a meeting of the synod, calling for dialogue, calling for reconciliation and talks. Thirdly, Ethiopian government officials are disappearing in the US. 2 days ago, uh, an Ethiopian state television journalist went missing when she was accompanying President Sahle-Work Zewde in the US. Now, two more officials have gone missing reportedly. Firstly, viewers, Berhanu Jula, General Field Marshal, is Ethiopian military chief. He's head of military, in charge of military affairs. His responsibility is about security, peace, stability. That is what militaries should do. They should have nothing to do with politics. Now, Jula has held a meeting with US Ambassador to Ethiopia. US Ambassador to Ethiopia, Erwin Masringa, has confirmed that. US Embassy in Addis Ababa has issued a statement confirming the meeting between Berhanu Jula, the Field Marshal, and Erwin Masringa. The statement issued by the US Embassy states that the two discussed ways how to strengthen their partnership with the two countries. And they discussed the importance of political processes and dialogue to address Ethiopian internal security challenges. Now, before analyzing this statement, have you heard ever about a meeting between Ethiopian ambassador to US and a US general? I have not heard by them. Ethiopian ambassador meets with lawmakers, senators, MPs. That is what ambassadors do, and that is what they should do. Ambassadors are not supposed to meet with generals, and generals are not supposed to meet with ambassadors. Now, the statement mentions political process. The two discussed the importance of political process to resolve the challenges, to address the challenges faced by Ethiopia. Now, should a general discuss political process with an ambassador? Is it his area of work? No, it isn't. A general cannot talk about political matters. Firstly. Secondly, why was there need for a US ambassador to invite Jula for a meeting? Obviously, there is something which Jula, with which Jula was familiar, and which US ambassador wanted to discuss with Jula. What is this topic? We don't know. So it could be related to the conflict in the Amhara region or PM Abiy's Red Sea claim. These are two main security challenges these days. Amhara conflict is a security challenge. Other is not a security challenge, but it could turn into a big security issue in Ethiopia, between Ethiopia and Eritrea. Ideally, US would like a war. US wants to remove Isaias Afwerki for years. US has been trying to weaken, remove Isaias Afwerki. US could not. EU could not. if they see a chance that US and EU through some proxy war by backing Ethiopia can remove Sasa Worki, they'll be more than happy to welcome Ethiopian national defense for Ethiopian government. I'm not saying that US ambassador backed Jula to attack Eritrea, but I'm just analyzing the meeting, which should not have happened. Jula should have said no. Political process can only be discussed by politicians. The problem is that there are no politicians who can discuss things freely in Ethiopia. Only with the approval of the government things happen. Only a few men close to PM Abiy, they make decisions. No opposition in Ethiopia. No other big party, just PP. And military is a key player now. And PM Abiy, by the way PM Abiy has given so much importance to military, one day it could be a problem for him. Just a few days ago, Defense Day was celebrated. He was all praised for military. But defense institutions should always be kept under check. Politicians should be in charge. Those countries where military establishment was allowed to flourish and be strong are now suffering the consequences of this strategy. Pakistan is one of the countries. Military had its way. Military was unrivaled. Politicians split in fighting, political fighting in opposition parties. Military got stronger. Now no one can challenge military. Difficult. Abiy will have to be careful as well. That yes, Ethiopia should have military like other countries, but at the same time, military must not tackle political issues. Secondly, because Orthodox Church of Ethiopia has issued a statement saying that a statement was issued after a meeting of the synod attended by the patriarch and the archbishops, and after that the statement was issued. The statement mentions the need for dialogue. The statement almost quote unquote says that Ethiopia just out of a war, recovering from destruction, losses suffered in the 2-year-long war. But now more conflicts are brewing in other parts of Ethiopia. This is the time to resolve these conflicts through dialogue, through negotiations. Dialogue is the way forward. Peace should prevail through dialogue. Without naming the Amhara region, I think Church today called upon the government to talk to foreign fighters. And the Church in its statement asked Ethiopian government and players to conflicts to talk. The Church's message is for both parties, that PM Abiy's government and the groups based in Oromia, Amhara, mainly Amhara, they should come to the table. But both sides are sticking to their positions. They don't want to talk. Fano fighters perhaps believe they have a chance they can completely defeat military. Military believes it can crush Fano fighters. So no sign of dialogue. But Church today issued a very strong message. And message not from one archbishop or from just patriarch, joint statement, or from the Holy Synod, from the patriarch. Let's see, will the government listen to Church or not? Well, there's more Ethiopian government officials are going missing in the US. We've seen, by the way, government officials, athletes from different countries, that when they visit US, Europe, they go missing, they seek asylum. Perhaps the easiest way to get asylum. The problem is that these officials accompanied top Ethiopian government officials. They were on official trips, and from where they went missing. 2 days ago, an Ethiopian journalist went missing, Makedas Telahun. And we saw that she was accompanying Salework Zewde, the president. The president was visiting the US, and the journalist, Ethiopian state television journalist, went missing there. Now, reportedly, 2 more government officials have gone missing in the US. Ethiopian Speaker of House of Representatives, Tagasse Tafo, is visiting the US. He visited the US. And reportedly, head of his protocol, Sanayat Gadisa, and deputy Mrs. Lomi have gone missing. They have disappeared. Where are they? No one knows. They have gone in hiding. They could seek asylum, it seems. Such government officials bring bad name to governments, no doubt about that. If they don't want to work with the government, they can leave their jobs, they can move abroad. But by going on official trips and then disappearing to seek asylum, obviously should not be tolerated, I think, because these government officials represent their countries. If they don't want to represent Ethiopia, they can do that. But if they represent Ethiopia, at least in other countries, they should behave like Ethiopians. But maybe they were facing problems in Ethiopia. Let's see what these people say about their fleeing from, not fleeing, but their disappearance in the US, which would be linked maybe to their intentions to seek asylum, it seems. Think, watch.